Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. We're still in Nook, but it's definitely about time we leave this unpleasant place. And we're gonna take a look at this abyss that's apparently down here, pretty nearby. See what that's all about. Oh, actually, hang on a second. No, you know what? Never mind. I'll keep going. There it is. Underwater settlement, some distance to the southeast, yeah. I think we know about that one. I do not need to press any of those buttons. We just click. Okay. Yes, we dive. Good luck. Okay, the Abyss of Pyres. Pale fires bubble from fissures in the walls, refracted by willful currents into hypnotic cascades of light that shiver across the interior of your vessel. St. Brendan's fire, Azalea gaps. The navigator's blessing. Is this... Haven't we seen the Abyss of Pyres? Are there just multiple copies? In different places? Forsake the rite of greeting. Yes. Retrieve a sample of the fires. This feels familiar. Obviously, I have not been here before. A true sailor can carry them without being burned, it said. Okay. Failure will damage the hull. You don your diving gear. Out into the bright depths, the fires burn. Violent anemones, bloated to impossible size, cluster about the unexpected warmth. The tendrils languorously weave. Yeah, this seems very familiar. Cupping a handful of the pale fire in your hands, you carry it back to your submarine. It feels warm as a bowl of soup. Okay. I succeeded. I gained mirrors, lost veils. Yeah. I mean, more mirrors is nice, less veils, not so nice. Alright. Dive deeper. Succeeded. Perform the ritual of hearths. Oh! Well. Okay. So this just happens to be the same one as the one near Vanderbilt, where I was planning to return. And we can do this one. Now, of course, I did not want to actually abandon the other ride I had going. So let me just reload real quick, make my way back here, and I guess make sure that I don't damage my hull trying to dive, because obviously, you know, it's supposed to work out on the first attempt. And yeah, I guess then we'll do this. Oh, that's nice. I had been wondering about the seemingly way too large number of abysses, of course, and the just unlikely coincidence that we just happen to find the next one in sequence every time, pretty much. But yeah, if there's just multiple copies, that, you know, makes that much more likely, obviously. Okay. Also less intimidating, because there's probably a more reasonable overall number of them then. Alright, here we are. Ready to perform the Ritual of Hearths, I suppose. The second one in the sequence. Church's tympanum depicts pilgrims passing through open doors and into fire. Their expressions are ambiguous. Are they suffering or exulting? Let's find out. You don your diving gear. Kilns line the floor above you, all bricked up. But at the end of the nave, violent fire playfully licks out of a kiln. The firing chamber is just large enough to accommodate you. It is blisteringly hot. Nevertheless, you commend yourself to the fires. Your suit preserves your flesh from burning. Good. But the flames search for a way in. They press against your helmet's glass, blinding you. They seep through, searing you. They dance across your face and spread. As the last part of you is engulfed, the flame dies, the kiln goes dark. You swim to your submarine. The sea is not as cold as it was. Are you still what you were? I've purified myself. She waits in the dark. Okay, cool. Let me just put a little check mark on my notes. Right. Now, we have the next two more of the possible locations, I suppose. Relatively nearby. So this is actually working out pretty nicely. Yeah, we rise, no problem. We depart. Everything's fine. Could have turned around the other way. More efficiently, but that's okay. Okay. Now, I was planning to go up to Anthe anyway to, you know, help Rosina. And there's Doug and Small right there. Only a little bit further. And that one, according to my notes, has the step that requires 2 of whatever variable that is, well, where it should now be at. So, I mean, that just makes sense, right? I guess I'll actually sail straight north to put these things on the map. You know, these squares on the map, just because why not? Right, so, yeah. I guess I might as well do it that way around. Although, no, I'd probably want to stop at Anthe first. Actually, yeah, never mind. There's probably nothing here. I'll just, you know, efficiently head straight to Anthe, help Rosina, save there, head up to Doug and Small, perform the ritual, and then there's Peterson's Rift, which has the, so far, final step in the sequence, requiring 3. That's the 4th step total. So yeah, that just works out pretty nicely. I mean, it's a little bit of, you know, sailing around, using up fuel, of course, but I can always refuel back at Scrimshander, where it's pretty cheap. Yeah, no, not today. Unfortunately, I don't have the wine for it. Or else I'd obviously love to stay. Such a lovely place. Oh? The hungry dead. Your cook is outraged. One of the tomb colonists has woken from his coffined rest and found his way to the stores. Again? It consumed a half-wheel of cheese and an alarming quantity of suet. We've seen this before. Return to the hold. Yeah, I'm not throwing anyone overboard. Not only because we're currently underwater, which would make that difficult. I guess we could always keep them out of the airlock, but... He can walk home. No, he literally can't. Anyway, return him to the hold. Yes. Lost 1 supplies. I mean, that's okay. Thankfully, I had restocked recently, and there are plenty of places to restock, so yeah. Just cost me a little bit of extra money. I really should try to get rid of these people, but, you know. In fact, I mean, I'm really close to... Was it Khan's Heart or Shadow where they wanted to go? Journal, please? Oh, thanks, okay. Just took a moment to load. Where are they? Where do I find them? Objective? Okay. Khan's Glory. I mean, that's literally right there. I guess I could do that after Peterson's Rift and revisit the place. Although I don't have the coffee to do anything here, so that's kind of inefficient, but... Oh well. I guess rather than visit Nuncia... I mean, yeah, I'm kind of interested in Nuncia, but I also don't know exactly... I have no specific reason to be there, and I don't know that I can do anything there that I couldn't have done the last time. I mean, it's possible that I might be able to advance things, but... maybe not. Also, we want to go to Avid Horizon for the Navigator. Oh my god. This never ends. There's always more to do. I suppose in that case... I mean, okay. Right now the plan is Anthe, Doug and Small, Peterson's Rift, although it would be safer to save somewhere along the way. Just in case I, you know, fail a dive and get damaged. I would like to avoid that, of course. God, there's that place? No, that's still the light ship. Okay, never mind. It keeps fooling me. It looks like an underwater port. Anyway, so Anthe, Doug and Small, maybe back to Anthe, Peterson's Rift, Khan's Glory, over to Godfall, where we haven't been back to, this place that we haven't been to, which is, I mean, increasingly likely to be one of the many places, one of the, yeah, couple of places that we have not been to, but that we have all kinds of quests for. It could be Hideaway, it could be Eagle, it could be, I don't know, any number of other places that we've heard about. And then Empire of Hands. I guess we also have this, a passenger for Polythreme. Melting Islands, Mangrove College, right? We've been there once, even though it's only barely on the map. Okay, anyway. Yeah, but we also want to go to Evert Horizon, right? Yeah, it should definitely... Okay, never mind. So it's got to be Anthe, Dagon Small, Evert Horizon. Everything else would be foolish. So I'm never gonna be able... I'm never gonna be back in this area anywhere near Evert Horizon, at least for some time. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Anthe, Dagon Small, Evert Horizon. Right. That makes a lot more sense. And then we'll see from there. Oh boy. I mean, Port Story, that's good. That's what I was hoping for, but it was pretty much guaranteed. Is there a rock there blocking me? I'm not sure. Anyway, we kind of want to go around this. Even getting anywhere near these underwater currents can sometimes slow you down considerably. Well, there's something glowing there. You know what? I haven't seen any of these random events or interactions pop up in quite some time, so let's see what this is all about. What is it all about, actually? Oh, supplies. Maybe worth it? I don't know. Yeah, I suppose. The detour definitely cost us way less than one supply. We did use up a bit more fuel that way, but I guess we're pretty much doing fine on fuel. So, yeah. Don't mind if I do. Oh, and I've managed to somehow get so far off course that I ended up putting these things on the map after all. Well, you know, that's fine then. There's Anthe as well. And we've mapped out the entire region of the map as well. What the hell is going on? Oh, I see what the hell is going on. Can we? Yeah, I'm gonna make it to Anthe, no problem, right? Oh, yeah, no problem. Right? God, this is actually getting a little bit closer than I would like. There we go, no problem. And surely we'll just... Surely docking at a dock refills your oxygen, right? Guess we're gonna find out. Anyway, before anything else, manual save. And I think we're at 65. Anthe, visit Rosalina. Not Rosalina. Not Roselia, Rosina. There you go. Right, and we can do this again, which hopefully is going to do something good. Curative Tedium. What? She's still only nearly recovered. What a scam. I thought for sure one more would be enough. But, that being said... Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay, I was gonna say, wait, but didn't all the various options have a maximum of, what was it, 17? No. Was it 19? Anyway, something like that. So, yeah, those all would have become unavailable by now. Okay, never mind. Witness Rosina's recovery. She has been looking better and better. I'm surprised it only took 2 treatments. I don't know, maybe the Visage one is way more effective than just delivering some drowny hymns would have been. Maybe those would have contributed way fewer points. Anyway, let's see. She's been looking better and better, yes. If you were hoping for praise, gratitude, and perhaps some thankful tears, they are not forthcoming. Bring my logbook, Rosina tells her nurses. I need to review the records. She looks in your direction. Would you be able to replicate the treatment you gave me? Admit that you wouldn't. It is really a matter of chance that this worked so well. I mean, I can certainly tell her what I did. Offer your services. If she would benefit from being taught the means of treatment, you would be more than happy. Sure. This will be rewarding if you succeed, terrifying if you fail. Surely this is not gonna fail, game. Good. An exact accounting. You explain everything that you did. The resources you used, none. The sources from which you got them, Visage. Rosina cross-references this information with her records. Line up temperature and state of sleep with each dose, she tells her nurse. Don't leave anything out. We will cure this in the end. Okay. Gained one extraordinary implication. Okay. And she has recovered. Apparently. Speak to her about her history. Seek healing from Rosina. Interesting. Okay. 2 supplies and a port story to get rid of a wound. I might consider doing this, to be honest. If I'm maybe on my way back from... well, I guess from Avatar Horizon, ultimately. I'll have to basically sail right past Anthe anyway, on the way to that other abyss. So that might work out. You know, there are other ways to get rid of wounds, but if I can do it like this, why not? Speak to her about her history. Sure. How did she come to take animescence? I ran the animescence hospital at Adams Way. I was scrupulous. Was never present when a patient burst into flame. When I felt too much pity, I would reassign staff, but I was less cautious outside the hospital. She goes to her stock of instruments and swabs each in ice water. I had received news that an enemy of mine was shamed and embarrassed. I was so carried away with angry pleasure. I actually think I was talking to myself. Of course, in that mood, I was far too vulnerable not to take the disease when an animescent beggar combusted in the street. The Nidaheen sent him to infect me. Okay. Interesting. What news gave her such angry pleasure? She's being elusive about the detail. I mean, is it smart to like have her to remind her of that and have her think about that again? Isn't she going to relapse? Well, we'll see. A savage smile. The presbyterate do not share their immortality, she says, and she holds a blade in the flame. But one of them made an exception for his daughter, and broke all the laws of his kind to send her the gift, because he hoped it would reconcile the rift between them. Her face is blank where anger would be, if her spleen were not a prism. Mariam, the daughter, she gave the gift away to a Carganian general to spite her father and punish the presbyterate, the last person they would have wanted to immortalize. I found that outcome satisfying. Okay, thanks for the secret. Anything else? No? So we gained an extraordinary implication and a secret out of it so far, and I guess a place where we can relatively cheaply, I suppose, get rid of a wound? And that's that, huh? And of course we helped a person who might or might not be the most, you know, pleasant person. But it's a good deed, I guess. Let's see here. I could refuel, but I mean, I think we're fine, to be honest. And it's going to be a little bit cheaper at Scrimshander. I think we're going to make it back there just fine with what we have. So, okay. Well, that's one thing off the list. Not that it was ever actually on any list, but, you know, manual save. 65, there you go. Let's not. I said let's not, but I guess I did not actually take damage, so that's fine. Or did I? I don't know. I think we were already at 73, but I could be wrong. What is this stuff? That's new. What? The actual heck. An eruption of violence, the color of perilous understanding. Okay, Terra plus 5 again. But we had reduced it by a bunch earlier, so we're actually good. I'll take the fragments, thank you very much. Also, yes, oxygen is restored. That's good. Okay. Sure. That seemed kind of terrifying, though. Anyway, we don't have any business at Mount Palmerston, except now that this thing has happened, though. No, I think I'll dock at Mount Palmerston just to save again, because I would like to keep this. This seems like a worthwhile trade-off, perhaps, because fragments have been otherwise, you know, increasingly rare, with less and less new places to explore, to discover on the map. Let's save here real quick. Can we do anything? Dig among the ruins. That's it, huh? We can't even go... Yeah, we can no longer ascend the mountain either. I guess we have no reason to. That's not what I meant to do. It's fine. Abyss, dive, deeper, even deeper, succeeded, very nice. And yeah, we can now do the Ritual of Feasting. A fresco adorns the church's frontage. Burned pilgrims supplicate themselves before a woman's upturned hands. Oysters grow in her palms. Will you enter the church in search of communion? Obviously. You don your diving gear. At the end of the upturned nave, gigantic stone feet are firmly planted on the floor above you. You swim down toward the ceiling, following the legs until you come to a pair of cupped hands. Growing out of the feminine palms is an oyster of preposterous enormity. It opens at your approach. You enter. It closes around you and drains of water, allowing you to remove your diving helmet. Not that there is reason to continue wearing it. Your air hose is severed. Cool. The oyster is heavy with gray, slimy meat. Its flesh is succulent. Juice sprays with each bite. When you finish, you tie off your air hose and don your helmet. You take a deep breath and swim back to your submarine. Wow, you have satisfied yourself. That was kind of gross, but I'm sure this is all going to be worth it in the end. Right. Okay, let's just keep going. Onward to the Event Horizon. One final time, perhaps? Maybe? Who knows? Oh, hey, there's something. Surely not just a giant fish that wants to eat me. Oh, is that gonna burst? Sure enough. Terra plus 5, fragments plus 100. Yeah, I mean, Terra is looking fine. It's been much worse. An ominous glow. Also, wait. Oh, that's just. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? If this keeps happening, we might actually run into trouble. Yeah, losing more supplies like that. Can't really plan for that. Also, that happens so infrequently. Well, except of course now it happened twice within a very short time. Oh well. It's gonna be fine, I'm sure. Although we're gonna be down to 3. That's okay. What is this? Oh, is that... No, that's a different kind of bubble. Okay. Oh. Wait. Oh. I mean, that was mostly wasted. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure about that one. That was definitely not worth it. Oh, man. You know what? Honestly, the fragments are nice, but this was a waste. This was just 5 Terra for almost nothing. Plus, I'm a little bit annoyed at the, you know, this random event with, you know, with the Tomb Colonist popping up again, after we've seen that only so recently. And, you know, I'm not liking my supply situation right now. So I'm just gonna redo the ritual basically, and I guess just make my way all the way over to Evert Horizon also to save some time. Yeah. Okay, I was literally just about to hit the unpause button when this popped up, and we're almost at Evert Horizon here. No special occurrences on this journey. Well, I was gonna say until this happened, but attempt to count them. I think. Oh god, I keep forgetting. We have 9 of these. I'll use one of these and lost 5 terror. Okay, good. I'm not sure if it's worth a Z story, but I think the other option actually would have been somehow bad for me. I don't know. Anyway, dock. Evert Horizon. Lead the sigil-ridden navigator to a certain dock pillar. Oh, I need strategic information. Good thing I have this. This would have been extremely annoying if it had turned out that I, didn't have what it took. Okay. Let's hope that's the only requirement for at least this step of the quest. Scraps of paper stiff with northern frost are stuffed into its cracks. Okay, certain dock pillars, okay. Unforgiven. A message is carved into the wood. If you wish to return to London, if you seek the forgiveness of the Empress, if you will sacrifice all to make amends, record your name and crime. Your navigator hunts through the slips of paper. They are a library of villains and villainy. Here are murders, betrayals, treasons, and perjuries. He stops, stares at one, pulls it free. This is mine, he says. I wrote this. It is a confession. Beneath, in more recent and less careful letters, he has added a note. You did not answer. If I cannot be forgiven, then I will forget. The Chapel of Lights will help me for a price. He laughs wildly. Twice! I paid them twice! Once to take my memories, and once to guide me back to them. His laughter deepens to hysteria. 2 crewmen help you drag him back to your ship. Okay. Why did I need strategic information for this? I feel scammed. I forget how much this sells for, but definitely a decent amount. Okay. Anyway. Are we finally getting somewhere with this? Captain, may I speak with you? This does not even require a port story, even though we do have one. His voice is dull, his sigil throbs, red as embers in the neathy gloom. His forgotten crime. He hands you his confession, retrieved from Void's approach. Please, read. Okay. Read the first page. To whom it may concern, I hereby record my full and honest confession in the hopes of absolution in Her Enduring Majesty's service. In May, my brother Richard and I took service on the Bonnie Swan. Bonnie Swan. He as a bosun, I as navigator. The captain, Swinburne, was a good man, but ambitious. When we reached King Eater's castle, our supplies were low. Yeah, well, it seems familiar. But we pressed on in the hope of finding land. There was none. Second page. Our stores nearly depleted. We turned back, and here I committed the first of my crimes. I mistook my readings and set a bad course. For days we steamed northwest, not west, into the empty dock. Our supplies ran out, and still no sign of port. Hunger set in, and terror, and what I pray was madness. Ravening, desperate, raving, we agreed to draw lots, with the loser giving up life and flesh to the others, so the others could go on. Okay. That age-old story. Third page. The first of us to draw the short straw was the captain. The second was my brother. My dear, solemn, solid Richard. There were more after. 7 times we drew, 7 of our number went into the pot, and not a one of them quietly. Those of us who made it back to port swore never to speak of our crime. But one of us, someone with a keener conscience than mine, confessed. I fled the news to Z again. I regret it all. I will do anything. Please. Read the 4th page. Here he scribbled his later note, when the Admiralty failed to select him for absolution through service. You did not answer, I cannot be forgiven. If I cannot be forgiven, then I will forget. Yes, okay. His eyes meet yours when you look up from the page. They are dull as old iron. I'm done, my lady. I'm done. I have one last thing to ask of you. Okay. The truth has broken him. I mean, kind of understandable. I mean, he paid to have these horrible memories removed, and then paid again, and, you know, gone through a lot of trouble, and made me go through a lot of trouble to have them restored. But, I mean, he should have known, right? If he was the one who erased them, he probably had a good reason for it. Well, I guess there is no such thing as escaping your own conscience in the end, or something. That's the lesson to be learned here. Parting ways. He buries his face in his hands. Even if I could remember, I would not want to. But it is only a matter of time until this... He runs a finger over his sigil. This takes something I can't do without. Wait, so he does not actually remember. He just read his own diary, I suppose. And thus he knows what he's done without actually remembering it? Well, anyway. Take something I can't do without. Maybe I will forget how to breathe, or which way is north. Perhaps I will strand us all at Z again. Well, I mean, you're not currently our navigator, so that's not a problem. And it'll be oaths of silence and straws in the dark. Be rid of me, my lady. Put me ashore somewhere I can be forgotten. He wishes to retire. Speak with him to learn where he might find peace. Please tell me it's a convenient place. Because, you know, I'm okay with letting him stay somewhere. Because we have... Wait, he's navigator... Am I crazy? Wait, is he? He's just first officer, right? There's no such thing as a specifically navigator position. Anyway, ask where he would like to disembark. Leave me on Codex. I mean, that's not exactly super convenient, but it's not that far away from London. So, you know, once we're generally in the western part of the world, I guess we can do that. Oh wait, or Empire of Hands. Oh, even better. Just keep reading. As always, leave me on Codex where my silence won't be questioned, or at the Empire of Hands where no one will care. I mean, honestly, Codex is probably the more pleasant place for him to be, but I mean, Empire of Hands is just a complete, you know, I don't know. What's the word? I don't know. Anyway, I mean, it's a ruthless place where he's just going to have his soul stolen by some mad monkeys, or I guess he'll encounter some fellow cannibals in that pirate colony. But, you know, maybe he deserves a punishment. I don't know. I mean, he made a mistake. It's not like he committed a crime on purpose, right? But he did doom his fellow crewmates through his failure. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it requires punishment, but you know, he would never be able to keep living happily anyway. So I don't know. And he might be fine in Empire of Hands. Who knows? But since we're planning to go there, obviously that's the option I'm gonna go with. Choices. You've heard that the mute exiles and Codex reward anyone who brings them a new initiate. They pay with secrets of fire. Oh, I see. So I can actually choose depending on the reward I hope to get. There will be no such recompense from the apes of Port Stanton, but your navigator offers to leave you his tools, charts, and notebooks in return for his passage. Okay, valuable item at Codex, or Emperor of Hands for a lesser reward, but an increase in your mirrors. Or perhaps there is another less pleasant option. Less pleasant than Empire of Hands? Okay, so... Wait, a lesser reward? So we're still gonna get some sort of, like, item reward at Empire of Hands, but in addition to that, also a mirrors increase, which I'm okay with. I mean, mirrors... No, not the most not the attribute most desperately in need of increasing, but I'll take it. And Codex is just so inconvenient. Although I am intrigued by the secrets of fire. What could that be? Valuable item. I mean, valuable items are typically, well, valuable because they're rare. Oh, would it be a burning... There's... What is that? A burning enigma? Is that what it's called? That might be worth it. I mean, it's not like I'm on a time limit here. Right? He's just gonna stay on board until I drop him off somewhere. So... I don't know, I mean... Tools, charts, and notebooks? I guess what I can see what the reward is, right? Because I'm gonna be visiting Empire of Hands anyway. So, yeah, I'll see if it seems worthwhile. And I'm guessing that Secrets of Fire, valuable item, that sounds like it's probably a Burning Enigma, which I think is a pretty rare one of those, you know, knowledge items. And if the reward for dropping him off at the Empire does not seem amazing, then I guess I'll just keep him on board a little bit longer. And eventually I'll be back near Codex. And who knows, maybe I'll even come across the third, less pleasant option. And, I mean, I don't see myself probably picking that one. Because it, I don't know. I guess it depends what it is, but, yeah. Maybe we'll learn more about that. Right. Okay. Well, I suppose that was that. No shops here, right? No, obviously not. No people, so no shops. Well, from here, we have a port story. I could get rid of a wound in Anthe if I wanted to. I kind of want to. I mean, it's not exactly on the way to Peterson's Rift, but it's close enough, right? If I went in a completely straight line... Oh, actually, never mind, we're going from there, so around there. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much there. The bigger issue is the supply situation, because it's going to cost 2. I mean, I can always buy the supplies that it takes right there at Anthe. Then head onward to Peterson's Rift, over to Scrim Center to resupply both fuel and, well, supplies relatively cheaply, and then I guess head down to Khan's Glory, right? To finally advance the Tomb Colonist quest, maybe get rid of those guys and free up my cargo. Yeah. And then, yeah, probably just leave Nuncio B for now. Head over, stop by Godfall, which I've been to once. I completely forgot what that is all about. Then this place, whatever that might be, Empire of Hands, then Polythreme, or maybe it would make more sense to go here, then Polythreme, up to Empire of Hands, and then check around here a little bit more. There's certainly something in this area that I haven't discovered. That seems pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, okay, so... So, yeah. Yeah, so... Okay, I think I'm going to, at the very least, do the Rift thing. Oh god, although, if that's the final step, then that might lead to something bigger than I'm maybe ready for. Anyway, I will pause here, head to Anthe, at the very least, get rid of one of the wounds so I feel a little bit safer, and then, yeah, we're probably also gonna visit Peterson's Rift. Okay, we seek healing from Rosina. I bought 1 supply, we'll see. That should be fine. Easy repairs. She's quick with a bandage and stitches. When you try to thank her, she waves aside your gratitude. You're cured in most serious condition. That's true. Okay, well, nothing more to it. thought there might be something more interesting happening here, but perhaps not. Well then. I guess onward to Peterson's Rift. We've technically been there before, but of course I ended up reloading. Well, either way, we've seen it before, so I'll pause and make my way there and also make sure that we successfully dive and all that. Alright, got lucky again. First try. And we are free to perform the Ritual of Solace. Shelves have been cut into the rock walls. Ah yes, the Abyss of Graves, right. A procession of statues line the Z-floor, facing away from the church. They carry coffins on their shoulders. Their march ends at a precipice descending into a further abyss. You don your diving gear. Retrieving a clay coffin from a wall niche and bringing it on board, you lie within. Your sailors bore a hole for your air hose, feed it through, then lower the lid into place. The last thing you hear is them muttering about abyssal heathenry. The coffin is maneuvered out into the deeps, affixed to a winch, and lowered into the chasm. At 7 minutes, the darkness stirs. At 14 minutes, all sound ceases, even your breath, even your heart. At 21 minutes, there's a sudden bang. Another. Something is knocking on your coffin's lid. They wrench it free. She's here. That was the final step. Oh boy. Reach out. There is something in the darkness. No, there is someone in the darkness. Her ladyship. The lady's parlor achievement. Okay. Your hand disturbs the hem of a black dress. You look up. A pale face. Her features seem washed away, as fluid as her gown of ink. I cannot remember how long it has been since I had a companion. Her voice quavers. Her arms reach out around you for longer, far longer than they have any right to be. Oh, wait. Her arms are far longer than they have any right to be? You are face to face with her ladyship. She waits in the dark. Well, no longer. Enter her embrace. She will be alone no longer. This will end your game? But future captains will receive a bonus. Excuse me? Wait. This ends the game but gives a bonus to future captains. But this is really easy to do once you know what to do, I suppose. All you really need to do is, on a new captain, once you unlock the submarine, you head down to Port Carnelian, get the submarine, and then, well, just get a little bit lucky, I suppose, finding the 4... Is it? Yeah, a total of 4 abysses with the right requirements. And that's that. I mean, this is kind of unfortunate. I mean, obviously I can always reload, and I will. Obviously I'm not... I mean, I guess... I've been thinking about, you know, how long this playthrough is gonna go on, because it seems like so long as I, you know, don't do anything obviously stupid, and even when I do obviously stupid things, I've been able to save myself, right? And, you know, with the power of save files, of save games and reloads. But there are obviously so many more things to do and so many more things to discover, and, you know, while I can only play this game in relatively short bursts because it's just so much, it keeps fascinating me, and it keeps me rewarding. It keeps being rewarding, so I'm willing to keep going. Since the game offers me a way out of here, and, you know, obviously there's always a way out of reloading, so I was gonna say, I mean, this might not be the worst thing to do, just, you know, end it in the natural way, but there are other things. There is, if nothing else, there is the actual immortality ending that I'm kind of, you know, aiming for, at least in theory. It seemed completely impossible to ever reach at some point when I picked it, but I mean, I've been doing so much. I guess I could do it if I really wanted to, and maybe I will eventually. Either way, it would feel silly to just suddenly say, okay, well, series is over. I've been making all of these plans, and, you know, I want to keep playing, I guess, ultimately. But I also want to see what this is all about, so yeah, sure. Let's end the game. Encompassing. The folds of her dress drape about you. They are snug and familiar as your bedsheets. Sleep takes you. You awake. You are home in your lodgings. There's the crack in the ceiling you know so well, and the chip on the bedpost. The covers float lazily off you. The darkness is abyssal, but your candles glow with St. Brendan's fire. You swim to your window. London's streets are empty, and not as you remember them. Your favorite haunts are joined in a row, all within convenient walking distance. Or swimming distance? Silent, deserted, reserved only for you. Beyond them are houses centuries older, all abandoned. A playful current tugs at you, a familiar voice. You open your window and allow the current to carry you to Lady Black's colonnaded palace. Perhaps today her ladyship will desire conversation, or swim through her glowing gardens. Perhaps, you shudder, she has decided to resume the violin. Or perhaps she merely wants to sit at her watery hearth in companionable silence. What would she do without you? Your crew was plagued with strange dreams after you vanished forever into the sea. The records of these dreams were collated into a single volume. The Ministry of Public Decency burned most of them. Most. Okay, you now have one of this, an adumbration of her heart. The account of a certain submarine crew's dreams after their captain was allegedly taken by Lady Black. Choose a legacy to preserve something for your next captain. A joyous conclusion. Well, I mean, I guess I technically beat the game now. Previously I had only died, right? And I technically could have retired in my relatively cheap city house, but that would have seemed extremely underwhelming. And I guess the game makes it pretty clear that it's not really an ending, just a way to end the game without dying. Anyway, retired August 11th, 1888. Oh, well, it's the same story as before, okay. Increases your starting pages by 10. Okay. I see. So that's just a permanent unlock. Right? You don't choose this one. I see. Okay. Dream of Red. Increase your... Carry a lost sister to her homeland. Lost sister to her homeland. Starting hearts by 25. Raise the anarchists to prominence. Okay, so I mean... Right. So you can't keep doing this over and over to gain more bonuses. Well, at least presumably you can. More bonuses for subsequent captains. So it doesn't matter that it's relatively easy to do. You only need to do it once, of course. Okay. Where's the anarchists of prominence? Anarchists where? I don't even... Scion, right. 2 legacies. Okay. Once we raise the child. So we're actually pretty close to this, right? I think. It doesn't take much more. Won't take much more to I think it, yeah, I don't know how close we are to that actually, to getting it to follow us to the Z. Maybe only 1 or 2 more of those yeah, of those interactions. Ironclad will, right? Go north. Horizon Codex. Huh. Past the Avid Horizon, presumably. But I still have no idea how to do that. Rise high and go east. Traveling light. Rise high? On the surface? Go east on the surface? Is there such an option? Well, forgotten. Find one who is forgotten. Manual of Miracles. Yeah, okay, I don't know. Well, obviously, out of all of these bonuses, this one is the smallest, at least as far as straight attributes go. So that makes sense, I guess, because this one is really easy to get. Anyway, I mean, I suppose I'll just still head to that abyss, dive again, meet the lady, but leave and see if that, at the very least, I mean, I sure hope it gives me something to, you know, something of use in this life, right? That would be kind of lame to have, you know, visited all these abysses and not get anything out of it, unless I choose to actually end this this life, which is obviously not really an option. Yeah, so let's see what the other outcome is going to be. Okay, we're back here, and of course, entering her embrace was just a dream, but no, we snap out of it, tuck the line, ascend. Surely we get something out of it. Yeah, we sure do. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Never mind. It was absolutely worth it. Even with that little sneak peek there. The coffin speeds upwards. Lady Black follows you silently. She does not labor to keep pace. She examines you through your face visor with fierce interest, as though trying to commit your every feature to memory. After 7 minutes, she sighs. After 14 minutes, she plucks a strand of hair of her coiling hair and ties it to your line. After 21 minutes, as your submarine comes into view, she grasps your hand. She squeezes your fingers urgently. Then her hand slips from yours, and she's gone. You've gained 4 hearts. Gained 5 iron, 5 veils, 3 pages, 3 mirrors. I wonder if this is always... if these values are always fixed. Why is it not 5 for all of them, or 4 for all of them? Maybe it's just between 3 and 5. I guess I got relatively lucky, all things considered. Yeah, pretty average, actually. Quite average. Anyway. Also, terror is completely gone. I mean, sure, thanks. That's a nice bonus as well. Lady Black will remember you. Well. Okay. That is honestly unexpected. I don't know what I expected, but that seems pretty generous. Anyway, and I'll... oh, hey. Okay, you know what? I was honestly hoping that we would see this event again, even though I wasn't hoping to see this portrait ever again, really. It's just... please, get this out of here. Yeah. Too bad we literally just got another port story, but, I mean, it was gonna go to waste anyway. So, yeah. It's beginning to melt. For real this time. I mean, yeah, last time this popped up, we did not end up saving. So... there we go. Now it's official. And we're gonna dock at Scrimshander. I'll resupply and just remind myself, mostly for oh yeah, right, for when I watch this in preparation for the next recording. I want to head down to Khan's Glory to deliver those colonists. Primarily or exclusively? I'm not sure if we can do anything else there. Not without coffee. I mean, with coffee we could definitely do something else. We'll see if there's anything else to do, I guess. But, yeah, the next destination for the colonists, or the tourists, I suppose, is there. And then, yeah, Godfall, this place, Polythreme, Empire of Hands, and South. Alright, that seems pretty sensible. We'll see how that goes. Now shops. I mean, I guess I could just end the episode literally right here. Oh wait. Well, supplies aren't as cheap as I thought. Weren't they 20 somewhere kind of nearby? I mean, it doesn't really matter all that much, does it? Let's see. How much room do we have? I could go all the way. Yeah, we're kind of low on fuel by now, aren't we? So, I mean, 9 supplies should be plenty. 16 fuel is also fine. Yeah, there goes the money, but I mean, we're gonna make money once we're back in London. We have plenty of reports to turn in, plus we have one bit of strategic information still left to sell, plus who knows, probably a couple of other things I'm not thinking of, and we might be completing a couple of quests before this trip is over, so yeah, not a problem at all. Obviously all well worth it for the experiences alone. Anyway, yeah, we'll end it here. The course for the next episode, or a couple of episodes, has been plotted. And as always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.